Hi everyone, this is Trish Kendall with Choose and Become. My kids and I, Lily and Sam, we recently read the book Fish in a Tree by Linda Hunt. And it's just a wonderful story about a young elementary school girl who has dyslexia. She doesn't know it and her teachers don't know it at the time. And so the book is primarily about her challenges in school and really about her challenges around not fitting in. And at one point in the book, the new teacher asks the class to define alone versus lonely. And this girl, the main character, she responds, and her response hit me, just like smacked me, because it brought me back completely to when I was a young girl and loneliness just seeped into my core and my challenges around loneliness. And she said, alone is when you're physically by yourself, yet you can still feel joy, happiness, and love. Where lonely, you can be around a whole bunch of people, but you are still completely alone. You are still completely by yourself. And it made me reflect on alone versus lonely. And as a young girl, to combat my feeling of loneliness and lack of belonging, I made terrible choices, destructive choices in order to try to fit in to other little groups to combat this feeling of loneliness. And as you know, those of you that have been on my journey, those choices just ended up hurting me even more, creating even more isolation and loneliness. But luckily, as I crawled out of the pit of despair and I climbed to the peak of success, on my climb to success, I realized that I could create my own sense of community and belonging. I could strip the loneliness away. And so I chose to do that. And on that journey, creating community and belonging, I asked myself a number of questions. One is, who do I aspire to be? Like, I know who I am at the core, and what are those characteristics that I want to just elevate within myself? Like, who do I aspire to be? And then who are the people that can support me along that journey? And where do they hang out? So ultimately, I ended up joining a running club and I created my first community and true sense of belonging. And now fast forward, I never feel lonely, ever feel lonely. And in fact, I appreciate it when I can be physically alone as I juggle this chaotic world of being a mom and being a professional and running my business and all of that stuff. So here's what I ask you. As you are thinking about, or maybe even struggling a little bit in the new year, feeling any type of loneliness, is to reflect on those questions. Who do you aspire to be? Who are the people that can help you on the journey there? And where do they hang out? And also think about others that are around you that might not be physically alone, but might be feeling a sense of loneliness. And what can you do to reach out and help create more of a sense of belonging for that person? So happy New Year. I can't believe it's already mid-January. Check out the blog for sure check out the blog that I read about this, about escaping loneliness on my journey to enduring success. And thank you for being on my journey.